real hope that Christ is coming at the end of that 7 years. And you know what the Lord said? Except those days be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. And those days are going to be shortened. So that when he comes, he'll find faith on the earth. And then he'll go into his kingdom, and they want that. Let me show you what Paul says about this tonight. Go with me, please, to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Again, 1st and 2nd Thessalonians deal in their entirety with both the first and the second coming of Christ. And in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, Paul says in let's go to chapter 3 first. 2 Thessalonians 3:1, Paul says, finally, brethren, pray for us, that the word of the Lord may have free course and be glorified, even as it is with you, and that we may be delivered from unreasonable and wicked men, for all men have not faith. Now, where is Paul writing this letter from when he writes it? He's writing it from Corinth. Remember, Paul had been up at Thessalonica for 3 weeks. He'd only been there 3 weeks. That's it. Had a 3-week ministry there back over in Acts 17. Remember the whole thing about Jason's household, and they said that Paul and his compatriots were turning the world upside down, right? And he gets run out of Dodge, and then he goes down to Berea. He leaves Berea. He goes down to Athens. When he's at Athens, he sends Timothy back up to Thessalonica. He says, Timothy, man, I don't know about those folks up there. I'm worried about them. Go up there and check it out. He leaves Athens. He goes down to Corinth. When he's at Corinth, Timothy comes down to Corinth, and he says, hey, Paul, I got good news for you. They're doing great, and they're with you, and they're for you. And so you know what Paul does at Corinth? He sits down, and what's going on at Corinth? Paul's going through a bunch of stuff there, man. Remember at Corinth in Acts 18, he was fearful, even unto life, and he prayed, and the Lord said, hey, I got much people in this town. Fear not, Paul. And Paul's there for 18 months and has a lengthy ministry at Corinth. Well, he's writing now 1st and 2nd Corinthians, or Thessalonians, from Corinth and sending it back up to the Thessalonians because he'd only been there 3 weeks. He didn't have the time to teach them everything. He taught them, no doubt, the very basic fundamentals, taught them some other things, but he did not teach them everything about eschatology and about the blessed hope and about the coming of Christ.